I'm going to fast forward to where
Yeah,
Dorothy is asking the boys to go with her, and they say no, they don't want to go.
Because you're going with. Okay, get your shoes on. Pharaoh, are you coming with me to the cemetery? It's Grandma's birthday today. If you don't want to, you can stay here. I don't care. I just want to go. No, I don't care. Empress, get your shoes on.
Did you hear what just happened?
I mean, this is like...
She asked the boys, do you want to come with me? They say no. If you don't want to go with me, I want to go. Empress, put your shoes on.
That's
What
crazy.
is the government theory? That it's Mustafa's idea. He's forcing his girlfriend. He's forcing the 5-year-old.
Right there,
Empress.
she's lying. Prosecutor Sarah Sammy is flat out lying.
Now, what if I show you something else? Can I show you something else? Now,
What are you going to show me?
On a body cam, in a forensic interview. The child says... Now, we just watched a Google News video. In a forensic interview, Exhibit 33. You go over to Exhibit 33.
Okay.
So if you're on the YouTube under Not Another Boring Podcast, you go into a playlist called Police Body Cam Mustafa Al-Jazari. Exhibit 33. I've numbered the body cams that are being leaked on the internet as exhibits. And Exhibit 33 is a forensic interview. Specifically for Imagine. If you fast forward to timestamp 27, you listen to Pharaoh and what he tells you happened on that day.
Imagine, you mean?
Imagine. Why is Imagine telling me something completely different from what we just watched on this forensic interview? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Imagine is talking about that the ex-boyfriend Glenford, who went into the hospital, allowed by police and the hospital to enter the hospital where 5-year-old Empress is there.
And they told him not to show... They didn't want the kids to see Empress with all the equipment on her. It's a bad image for the children.
Well, Imagine says that Glenford took a picture of the condition that Empress is in, and he goes back to the kids. And by the way, where are they? They're at Glenford's apartment. And he's showing them pictures of Empress, and he's telling them, this is what Mustafa did to your sister. Mustafa killed your mother. Now, I have another body cam where Investigator Davis, the same investigator that says, I have an idea to employ into this case, but it's going to require spending money, is telling Glenford, we need you. We need to get our ducks in a row. We need you so we can get Mustafa off the street. Hold on now. So now he's being allowed by the police to go in and weaponize these children.
Abuse the children. Like, call out for what it is. He's abusing the kids.
And now the testimony of the child is completely different. I mean, they've weaponized the child. They told him what to say, put him in a forensic interview. And I'm not surprised. This is a child. You're telling them that Mustafa killed your mother. This is what he did to your sister. He ran away, fled the scene, left your 5-year-old baby sister to bleed to death. Mustafa was in a fucking coma. Was helicoptered to the hospital while these people are weaponizing these children against him. Children that loved Mustafa. When you watch the Google News videos, you see how much these children loved Mustafa.
And then they told me that he was there most of his family. We went to my friend's house because we could trust her.
Okay, when you say you went to your friend's house, who's your friend?
Sean.
Okay.
He's 8 years old.
Okay. And
I thought he was 9, but he's 8 years old. Okay. And then
And what's Sean's... Who are the grown-ups at Sean's house?
His mom.
What's his mom name?
Something, but we call her Nene.
You call her Nene? Okay, all right. So you went to Nene's house and your friend Sean's house. And then what happened?
And then I hear the doctor say my mom didn't make it. They died at the scene, so me and my brother started crying. But my brother didn't know she didn't make it. He thought there was someone. I said, where's Empress? She said she's on a life support machine. Then Glenn tried to tell me how her skull was cracked, how she wasn't gonna make it. I didn't believe it, but then Nene said her skull was cracked, so I kind of fell on the sidewalk crying. And then so we went into this house. I couldn't stop crying, but
Glenn's house. They're in Glenn's house.
He's telling them how her skull is fractured, how
And
her
then-
knee is injured, how.
And then Imagine says, the 10-year-old child says that he's showing them a picture of it.
By the way, the picture, like I want to, like for people that don't know, these are extremely, extremely horrifying pictures. Like really horrifying pictures, because they're in the file. Like I don't want to see those pictures. I don't know how you can look at that picture and say, let me show it to a child. I mean, it's disgusting to even think that somebody would take a picture of that child the way she was and show it to another child. That it's like I can't mentally process how you can, like I wouldn't even let anybody in my family look at those
What if
pictures.
I give you a body cam of Investigator Davis telling Glenn Ford, I mean, he's pushing him, and he's
look,
telling him, we need you, Glenn Ford, to get Mustafa off the street, get our ducks in a row. Now, all of a sudden, you see Glenn Ford in the hospital.
People think
you see Glenn Ford taking pictures.
Look,
what do you? Who do you really think is pushing Glenn Ford to do this?
Look, there's a reason. There's a reason why the hospital said that these kids should not see those. I'm telling you that these photos of Empress and Dorothy are they're so disturbing.
It's a tragic vehicle accident.
It's a tragic accident.
It's a tragic accident.
But these pictures should never ever be looked at by a child. I don't even think an adult should look at them. I mean, these pictures are like, they're very disturbing. I mean, it's a bad accident, but for anybody to take a picture of a child in that manner, it's like, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, Glenn Ford.
They're weaponizing children.
When you
That's what they're
showed
doing.
those kids the picture of Empress, I'm telling you, like, I can't explain it. I can't explain how disturbing it is to see that photo and say, let me show it to those kids. I have these pictures. I have them. Let me tell you, I have them in a separate file. I have them in a separate file on my laptop so that nobody accidentally opens them up.
Would it
And it's bullshit that he allowed those kids to see those
would it
photos.
surprise you to find out that after he showed the child these pictures, he took Imagine to the local 7-Eleven where Toby is at, who's later interviewed by Investigator Davis, the same one that says, I have an idea to employ this case, the same one that's telling Glenn Ford, the ex-boyfriend, we need you, Glenn Ford.
What is he doing with Imagine at
He
7-Eleven?
took, after he weaponized the child, he takes him around the neighborhood to 7-Eleven to have the child tell Toby behind the register, Mustafa
what Mustafa
killed my
did.
mother. Mustafa did this. He's repeating Glenn Ford's story.
So he's taking Imagine, going to different people. By the way, is it not weird that the same people that Glenn Ford takes Imagine to are the same people later interviewed by police?
What do you mean? Glenn Ford is telling Investigator Davis, you should go talk to Toby.
So he goes to Toby at 7-Eleven, brings Imagine to tell this story that he just taught Imagine. And then he tells the police, you should go interview that guy to see what he
You
thinks.
don't have to take my word for and what I'm telling you. I have the body cams. Oh, by the way, when you listen to this forensic interview, when you listen to this forensic interview, Imagine is going to say that Glenn Ford took me to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, again, it would be a different story if you're just telling me this, but I'm actually watching it. That's the sad part for them.
That's crazy.
So for Amy Ashworth to think that...
And Paroque wants to say minor administrative error.
Yeah, my ass.
Man, but I couldn't. It wasn't something like that easy to be stopped crying of.
Right.
Because my mom didn't make it, and my little sister was in the hospital with her skull cracked open, and they said her, like, you know how a skull looks, right? She said the top half was split open.
Who told you that?
That's the picture. I mean, that's what I'm talking
And then
about.
my little sister's a brain.
Glenn?
My mom's ex.
Okay, so Glenn was there as well?
He's talking about her
And he
skin
said,
being
"Call me
peeled off and her
Bob,"
brain
in
sticking
front of
out.
Moses, so he doesn't know who I am.
Ah, okay. So and this was at whose house?
Nini's house.
Okay,
At
so-
the front of her house.
Okay, so Glenn was there, but he said call him Bob.
In
They're
front
at
of
his
her
house.
In front of Moses. So Moses was there. Glenn
Nini
was
tried to
there.
get him away because she knew what he did. Because the moment he's talking in the hospital gown, Nini told her daughter that he killed Dorothy.
Okay.
And
So my question. So you
She
said
said what?
So who
What did
said
you just
he
say?
killed Dorothy?
He's talking about when Mustafa was released from the hospital that night when the first thing that Mustafa wants to do is go make sure the kids are okay. Now the child doesn't trust anything anymore. I mean, the child is being told that Mustafa did this on purpose, did this to, I mean, the child is like, his whole narrative is just like flipped
I
upside
mean,
down.
that's the freaking definition of
There's
child
a video,
abuse.
by the way, there's a video of the whole entire night. I
Okay,
mean,
just play it.
this is the definition of child abuse.